they might look on your notes and they say, okay, see right here, you wrote this little phrase in your notes. And you look at it and say, yeah, there it is. Looks good. I wrote that. And they said, I'm glad you wrote that because I put it on the board. But they'll say, I talked about that subject for over 10 minutes. And that's all I see on your paper. There are no notes about it at all. And so you might say, well, the reason I didn't write anything down is that you were just giving examples, and I didn't really think it was that important to write the examples down. And so the teacher might say, in this class, whenever I say the words for example, write the next thing that I say. So in other words, they're teaching you how to take notes for them. And every teacher's different for this. And so if you show them bad notes and they point out how to make them better, then your notes after that should be better, and then your grade should go up. Here's what people do all the time, which is kind of sad. They go first lecture of the semester, they take notes, and the notes are really bad. They don't know they're bad, but they're just bad. The next time they come, how do they take notes? Same way. Same way. Bad, 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 bad. And then they gather all their notes, their bad notes, to study for their first test. And how do they do on the test? Bad. But if they take notes, bad notes once, and then they fix them from then on because they know what the teacher said, then their notes are better, 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 and then their grades usually are better also. So the little section there under Know Your Instructor would be, you could say it this way, show the notes to the teacher early in the semester for evaluation. That's probably the best way to say it. You could do that even now. I know it's the 7th week, and it would have been good to do it like the 1st or 2nd week, but if you're taking a lot of notes in your class now, and you're not even sure if you're even close to being what you're supposed to be as a note taker, it wouldn't hurt even now to go up to the teacher afterward and say, this is how I've been taking notes all semester. Should I change something, or do these look good? And then just let the teacher tell you, and it'll help a lot. Okay, so that's the concept of Know Your Instructor. Any questions on any of these 4 so far? We're going to get to the last couple, which are important, but want to make sure you're all clear on those. We're good? Okay. So the number 5 on the list is use a good note-taking system or method. There are actually a lot of ways to take notes. And when I ask students this question, I almost always get the same answer. I say, when you take notes, what method do you use? And most people look at me, what method? And I said, yeah. They say, well, mine. In other words, I just sort of write stuff. I kind of made it up. In order to be a good note taker, because every teacher is different, you need to have more than one way of taking notes. If you had like 3 or 4 different ways, that would be good. One of those ways would probably be your favorite one, and it would usually work. But you're going to get into a class where that just doesn't work, and it's good to have Plan B and Plan C. Well, the one that I want to show you, some of you may be already familiar with, but this method of note-taking actually works very well for a lot of students. It's not perfect, and it doesn't work for everyone equally, but it has a good track record. So I want to go through this with you for a couple minutes and teach it to you. And then I'm going to show you an example of this so that you can really get a good idea of how it looks in practice. Okay? Oops, excuse me. Okay, so this is called the Cornell note-taking system, and you can always read the information